Okay, now that our pattern fabric is dry, I'm going to show you how to stitch the back up. So we're going to take another piece of fabric. I like to use this fun festive pattern fabric. You're going to place the other fabric on top. And then I'm just going to take my decorative hoop here and try to center the fabric onto here. And once it's in the hoop, you can pull it to adjust as you need. You want to make sure the fabric is nice and tight. And then I'm just going to take my scissors. I'm going to trim the excess fabric off in a circle. You don't want to get too close to the hoop because you want to leave enough room to close it up on the back, but also get as tight as you can where you're getting like a good amount of fabric off. Just doing a little trim. So I do that, I'm going to take a neutral piece of thread I usually like to use, but you can really use any color that you'd like. Just going to thread the needle. And then we're not going to do any knots. What we're going to do is a fun little trick. We're going to stick the needle up through the back of the fabric here, making sure it pokes through both fabrics, and pull it up and make sure that there is a tail at the end like this. And you're always going to want that tail to be there. What you're going to do is you're going to weave your needle in and out of the fabric around in a circle. So I poke it through the back, then push it up again through the front. You don't want to pull it too tight because you don't want to pull the whole strand through. So I'm just going to weave this back and forth all the way around the hoop. The reason why we use this back fabric is to cover up any of your stitches. And it helps keep the fabric more secure in the hoop. And always make sure you have a tail on this end as well as you're weaving it through. Don't want it to get caught. Then once you get back to the top again, you're going to stick the needle down close to that first stitch next to that tail. And pull it all the way through. And then once you do that, you pull the thread so it pulls all the fabric in. I like to stick my finger on that first loop just so it makes sure it doesn't pull through. Pull it nice and tight. And then once you do that, you take the two ends and you just tie a double knot. And then you just snip off those ends. Now your hoop is closed. And then we can add some ribbon. You can use any kind of ribbon to make your ornament loop. Redo this one. Then with this felt ribbon, I usually like to just tie a little knot. Nice and tight. Just trim off the excess. And then if you want, you can add another little ribbon to the base of the notch up here. Just make it a little bit more festive. And there you have it. Your completed ornament.